keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. Had to convince my friends this time. Think you're toxic to my mind, but I know they don't know what you're all about. The way you hold my body tight, staying up talking through the night. Yeah, I know they just but guess I need more of you.
All right, here's Dad Random. It's Monday, and I've had a chance to digest a few things over the past, several hours. You know, these things change as fast as the hours pass. I've been very busy. My daughter was graduating, and so congratulations, Amelia. Another graduate in my family. That's 3 for 3. So my kids are keeping busy, so it's really, really cool. But today, hey, how you doing, Denny Smith? Top man Darren is watching his videos for a long time. Yeah. I'm gonna first of all hey, how you doing, Jonathan Jackson? But one of the things that, you know, first of all, if you're a reviewer, I'm just telling you, you put yourself out there. So I think Darren is doing a good job. He's got a no disclosure agreement for certain things. He's not able to do certain things, so I understand that. But there are some things he could have done. So, hey, thank you. Appreciate John. Hey, guys, I'm going to make sure I hit you guys with moderation. So just be good. Bear with me. This is a live stream. I always get people that get all uptight about my introductions, but this is a live stream, so you can fast forward past the introduction if you want to when you get this live. So, all right. So it's Monday. Now, Darren has put out 2 really good videos. I think they were good, but there's some things in there that I wanted to point out so we have a more clear picture of what he actually could have probably done. But you know, everybody always looks at stuff that you did, and they're like, "Hey, if you would have done this better." Believe me, I've been critiqued more than anybody, and most people are critiquing me, trying to basically make me do something or make me like into something that I'm not. So. So for Darren, you are who you are. So I think he's getting some great exposure. Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous of him. I think I could do a really good job in that situation. I've got some beautiful scenery that I could put this thing through its paces with. There's really not a lot that we're seeing that's new yet. I think there's a couple of things within the one flight video. So I'm going to show you something there that I've been actually harping on for quite a long time in the flight video that it did not get shown in that video. There's something that's very important. A lot of us have been asking for certain things that video does not clear up. The other thing is the controller. The controller is very, very cool. I'm still hyped on the product. You know, obviously everybody's excited about it. But here's a couple of things that either you didn't see or you did see. I'm going to go through and throw on that controller. But this picture here, this image right here, tells you a lot of things about that controller. So this is Darren, our leaker, holding this controller. Of course, there's a lot of things on there. If you don't look closely, a lot of things you don't catch. There's some things we just don't look at. We're looking at the controller, looking at the screen brightness. A lot of us aren't really looking at the content of the controller. But here's some things that you can gather from that controller for sure. First of all, it has a lot of what we call RC functions, things that you'd see in a normal RC. He talks about the gimbal. That's a nice, the gimbal operation. He talks about the zoom, things like that. We're seeing different gimbals completely. If you look at those very closely, you'll notice that they're more of an FPV gimbal style. They look like they're a little bit bigger, and I like the knurledness of the texture. It looks like on them. I think there's some couple of buttons in there that have been changed. You got the pause, and you got the basically return to home button that's been changed a little bit with the red dot. The normal mode has been turned red. Inside of the specifications, you're noticing that there is a Bluetooth connectivity. We have not yet been, so that's something we have not been told yet. There's a lot of, the Wi-Fi makes sense. We've got definitely the Wi-Fi is going to basically connect to your phone. One of the things that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to you're going to have to basically create a hotspot somehow. So you're going to be able to connect it to something that's Wi-Fi. You could probably fly without that. The other thing on there is there's an airplane mode. So you can take your controller, bring it on an airplane, you can mess around with the video footage. So that's really cool. I thought that was important. Having a mute button to mute the sound. Now, what sound does that mute? Does it mute the controller sounds? For example, does it mute the emergency sounds? It says, the community is big, my friend. You need to be jealous. We are all, yeah, of course we are, okay? Hey, yeah, so... Yeah, like I said, I think it's important that we hype him up a little bit. I've subscribed, that kind of thing. So on the mute button, does the mute button mute the sounds of the drone? Meaning that does it take away, for example, the beeping sound of the return to home? Something like that would be nice to know. Hey, how you doing? Darren's the master. He is the master now. He is the only guy. He is the one with the power. The other things on there are having to do with the screen recording and the screenshot mode, okay? First of all, the screenshot, what is it capturing? Is it capturing a 1080p image that's basically brought down? So the recorded image on the downloaded file, is that a 4K image, okay? Now, on the screen, when you screenshot that, is it screenshotting the 4K image or is it screenshotting a 1080p image? We need to know that. Otherwise, that screenshot is actually not that great. Now, screen recording, same thing. What is the screen recording? I'm guessing it's 1080p. That is usually the fact. We do also have a brightness and a volume control on the front. So those are two nice features, but those are all things you can grab. We also have date and time. We've got disk status. We understand that the SD card has so much information on it. So there's a lot of really good information that comes from that image. So I wanted to make sure that if you watch back, if you go back to that video link, if you give Darren your thumbs up, maybe ask him that. Hey, Darren, what's it recording in? So there's a lot of things that Darren could have done to help us out there. He did tell us that it had a quick GPS lock. Now, I've made the mistake of thinking it had a quick GPS lock when it hasn't been the initial lock, so that can happen. So we've got a lot of functions there in the Pro controller. I'd say the biggest, I think, cool feature is the fact that it does not have antennas, and because it doesn't have or it lacks antennas, it doesn't mean that there aren't a nice array of directional antennas on there. So we would like to find out. More than likely, you can have the antennas on the side, and then you can have two. How are they laid out? That would be nice to know. We're also going to know how far this thing's going to fly with that controller. Does it fly further with the old RC versus the new RC? If not, if it does fly further with the new RC, or the same, then there's no need to have the old RC. But the old RC, you can pick one up for about 40 bucks, about 50, 60 bucks. So if you want to grab one of the old RCs from somebody, people are selling them all over the place. Yeah, about the screenshot for sure. We need to know. We need to know more about the screenshot. And I love the fact that it does allow for screenshots. Do you guys know that, and I do this all the time with my 4K recordings, almost all of my photographs that I pull out of there are done from 4K screenshots. So I just thought that would be really interesting for us to all kind of ponder. Now, there's a couple of things that he brought up in the low light video footage. There's also this image that's next, so I'm going to turn that off there. Right here. Now, if you notice in that it says exposing sensitive information during casting recording. That's what it's reading on here. Now, this could be, it says while recording or casting, system UI can capture any sensitive information that is displayed on your screen or played from your device, including sensitive information such as audio, passwords, payment information, photos, and messages. So make sure when you are capturing information and you are basically sending it to something like your phone, okay? Now, more than likely, that Bluetooth or Wi-Fi is going to allow you to put that stuff on your phone. Why? Because this is not the Pro controller. So you're not going to be able to send it to an application unless you put it on your phone. Let's see, I'm skeptical about the no antenna thing. Yeah, John, I am the same. I think you should be, and until somebody actually reviews the reviewer or actually... And one of the things that I've made comments on my Instagram and on my, especially on my Twitter, is that we really don't have an independent review. Until somebody gives us an independent review, you need to be skeptical on a lot of things. Okay, so we need to have independent reviewers. That's why it's important. Hey, Rodney, how you doing? Glad you popped in. But anyways, understand that the warning that's giving you, so that's a very important screen that a lot of people, I don't know if anybody said anything about it. I don't listen to other people's reviews. All I did was watch through this and look at what he's showing. I'm looking at the visuals. Okay, what is this giving me? So far, so good though. But yeah, so now that we don't have an antenna that extends from the controller, is that going to affect our control distance? I would ask that question. Okay, let's go to the last thing I want to hit, guys and gals. Thanks for popping in, by the way. How about a range test? That's what I would agree. There are going to be plenty of those real soon, aren't there? I'll definitely do one. Guys, I'm going to range test that with the extended battery. So we're going to, with the 47-minute battery, I want to see if I can get 20,000 feet out of this sucker. So if I can get 20,000 feet, I'll just tell you that that's already better than the Air 2S. So if I can get 20,000 feet out of this, go with the extended battery, then I wouldn't own the Air 2S, to be quite honest. So, but that's my humble opinion, all right? And of course, the Air 2S has a better camera for a lot of different things. Now, this is the the footage, okay? Now, I put it on this specific screenshot right here because what Darren was doing was he was showing the range of the camera. Now, the camera range is not 180 degrees. It's only 150 degrees, okay? Because he said that the camera goes from 90 degrees down to 160 or to 60 degrees in the vertical position. So it's not a full 90. So we're not getting 180. Now, of course, the lens can increase that a little bit. This is what was not done on this video. When he took this shot, he used only the gimbal device, and he basically raised the gimbal up. He was not flying forward. One of my biggest pet peeves of all the mini drones of this, and even the newer ones, the Air series, is that when you're flying forward and raising the gimbal at full tilt, that the gimbal doesn't basically snap down. I did not see this test done. And until I see somebody test this independently, am I impressed yet? Now, am I impressed with the beautiful shot from base to top? Right. But to make this a better shot, a dolly shot or a pullback shot, you would want to maybe come from up, pull back, drop the gimbal down. Same thing, moving forward, bringing the gimbal up. And he is not flying the drone when he's doing this shot. And it does not give me the information that I want. It is nice that we have an extended gimbal operation, but right now it is not giving us the information that I want to see. So 150 degrees, not 180 degrees, and does it protect against the gimbal lurch as you're flying forward? I have not seen that. So, but on the other hand, the low light footage is, so now people are saying amazing. I would say it's adequate. I would say the low light footage is really good. I'm not seeing what I call the pixelation. Especially to me, the tough shots are not this one when it's dark. It's when the sun is going down and you've got a bright area in the sky and you've got a dark area in the sky, and then you've got all these beautiful lights. And if it's not balancing all of those hues and colors. So night visibility, I would say is good, but until we have an independent review by one of our camera folks, do I really, for like Dobo, if he would do a night review, I would like to see that. But that's kind of what I got. I said he was not moving forwards during that test. Now, another thing I caught very closely. Yeah, it was beautiful, by the way, John. This is a beautiful shot. Guys, if you get this and you believe that it's going to improve your low light video footage, it will. It's definitely going to do that. Is it going to give you the same power as a larger aperture camera with a bigger sensor? No, it's not. You're gonna give a little bit, but probably nothing noticeable. Probably nothing that you could throw on YouTube and really not wow people with. I would say a nature scene would be tougher than a city lights. City lights tend to be bright, easy for the sensor to pick up. But when you do nature and you've got a really bright object in the sky, or you have basically a moving, a slowly diminishing like a sunset or something, your sensor is working like really, really hard. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on a Monday. That's kind of what I was thinking today. Like I said, I want to thank this reviewer. You know, we're giving him a lot of crap. There's been some kind of interesting things said. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to spew that, but I'm always going to thank him because this is, I'm jealous. To be quite honest. So anyway, what about seeing the props at 6? Yeah, yep. So like I said, okay, Mr. Gould, okay. What we're not seeing is that as he's flying forward, he is not flying, and there's a reason for that. So until I see an independent review of this, and somebody really puts it into some freaking, movement, we are basically seeing this is all edited. It's all DJI what they're going to give you stuff pre-sale. This is not independent material. So until I see independent material, you can believe the hype. There's a lot of great things going on. Another great thing that I didn't say anything about. Okay, I'm going to go back here. As he's touching the screen, this screen is very very sensitive. I mean, I don't see him doing any double taps. I don't see him doing any. He's not working extra hard to basically click on functions, which is really good. The other thing he says is, look at this screen, it's really bright, but it's freaking in the nighttime. I mean, crap, my phone looks like, I could see my phone on Mars from nighttime, But daytime footage, now that's what I want to see. I want to see that screen in the bright sun, and I want to see him not squinting or reflections, all the things that really happen when you're using a controller. So let's see, the videos are taken down, but you can still view through links. Let's see, how did he get this drone? So he's been, yeah, Darren's been, he's a chosen man, okay? I think, I don't know anything about him. I really don't particularly like folks that hype up stuff that they're not like. For example, I really doubt he's a New York Yankee fan. I think he's just using the Yankee hat for a prop, which is great and awesome. But there's things like that. But he's got a great location. I think he's doing a really good job. I like his production. His audio suck crap. I've gotten that given to me a million times. He's basically doing a video that's, and his Rode mic is not working. So he's basically getting sound coming from the iPhone of his girlfriend or wife or whoever's doing the video footage. But that's nitpicky. So I think he's done a great job. I think the video quality is good. Like I said, throwing an iPhone together and doing nighttime video is probably the way you want to go anyway, because it's pretty much you get what you want. You get that twilight video that's amazing. So DJI caught him. Yeah, he basically had applied for being a reviewer. I've done that. I mean, if you don't want to review these things, then you shouldn't be a reviewer. I think Kai Friedrichsen, he actually brought up a point a while ago. He's talking about the fact that they own your footage pretty much if you are a reviewer. So you have to do the things that they ask you to do. Many times you give them the footage and they edit it, and you basically get the edited work. They go through and do the edits for you, but I don't think in this case that's actually basically, especially in these early reviews. So I think it's production. He's a production guy. He's got a crap load of views now. So, but it helps to have a good product. Let's see. Do you think the guys there will be a supply chain issue? Yeah, there already is. I think that's part of the reason why we didn't see this earlier. So. If we have trouble getting baby formula, getting drones shouldn't be any different. So, yeah, I can't wait to get some mini footage, guys. I really can. I'm excited that you guys are excited. Let me just take care of you guys as as we go here. I'm gonna close down here in just a sec, but I appreciate you guys popping in for sure. But let me see if I can take care of you guys on my channel here. I might not be able to. Let me see here if I can get you guys moderated. I try to moderate people if I can. And if you can, like and subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Believe me, I've gone a long ways with the reviews, and so I put myself out there, and I've had people pick on my work, which is fine. I don't mind that. So but I think I'm being nice, haven't I? I thought I've been reasonable with there you go, Piranha Drone. You guys can come on in here, and Harrison Gould, and adding you guys in, and Kevin. But it's this, well, the one thing that's cool, what's cool is that it creates, that these products create more interest. They create a hype, and all of us like these products. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you coming in. You've been really active on the stream. Thank you so much. Darren is the master. He beat all of us. Yeah, he beat everybody. And Darren's going to pay full price too, guys. So maybe they'll give him the drone. I hope they do. Why shouldn't, let me tell you something. If you put your time and effort into a product, but I don't think DJI does that. They take those production units, I believe, back. So they don't just give their products away. That's why they're $1 billion company. That's why you're only seeing small amounts of it. If you're like, you guys are looking for an FPV. I've seen it now for $8.99. So it was gosh, I wish I could remember where I saw that. But go check out and see if you can get the DJI FPV right now. I did find it for $8.99 somewhere. It's $9.99, but I've seen it for $100 cheaper now. And if you have not flown the FPV, holy crap, you got to get into that and fly that. Learn to fly that. That is such a fun drone. So, all right, guys, I think I got everybody. Lumen Library, did I get you? Let's see. guys think there'd be a, yeah, you're the supply chain guy. Let's see if I got you in here. I'm gonna be shutting down here in just a second. And I apologize to any one of you guys that I've got a complaint about my introductions. I put these videos up as live streams, so I've been trying to shorten my introduction, but remember, during my introduction, I'm getting my material together. I'm thinking about how I'm going to introduce what I want to talk about. But I think we gained a lot of knowledge from this. Just to recap, we got a ton of the RC functions. We don't know anything about how this thing is. We don't know anything about whether it has bypass mode or not. We don't know any of that. We have not seen the actual drone menu, but we have seen the function menu, or the basic function menu. He couldn't do anything, and that's pretty standard for production. We don't know if it tracks. We don't know any of that stuff. So, all right, Josh Unboxing, Rodney Bell, Robert Glazier, Russell Glarum, Fell Wanderer, okay? Blame Brandon for the supply shortages. Yeah, we can blame Brandon, can't we? Oh, let's see. I just want to make sure I get you on there. Daddy Dog 13. Daddy Dog 13. Mavic Air 2 Fly More for 800. That's a really good, yeah. Now, the Mavic Air 2, for just the plain old Fly More, you bet, because that's the regular controller. You can get, for just a couple $100 more, you can get the first version of the Pro controller. I have not seen the second version of the controller. But this does have limitations. I've already heard that. We're starting to get that. Hi, Aiden. I was reading about earlier, reviewers have a chance to win stuff, but the drone is the property of DJI. Yeah, you break it, you buy it. And it just shows you how many they got out there. So, but come on, think about this. You're a $1 billion company, you're asking somebody to do the work for you, and then you're still not giving them the drone? That is ruthless. That is ruthless. So, you break it, you buy it. So, what do? I think I break it. I could probably still sell it, put it on early sale on eBay and probably get $1,000 for it, just for the drone, you know. The old smart controller has been discontinued. Okay, that is from Lone Star. They want everybody to move to the new one, and the new one is so far backwards compatible to the Air 2S. I don't know about the Air 2. I don't know about that one. I would love a controller that can fly the FPV drone. That would be nice. How about that? All righty, guys. I am out of here. I've got to move forward. I've got things to do, places to go. Of course, tomorrow is release day. Of course, I will get on if I have a chance on release day. If anything new comes up and anything I can help you with, I think we know pretty much everything we need to know. We know it's a good product. But we still need some independent reviews. I'd say the other really significant picture that I got was showing it on top of the Air 2S. I thought that was a really interesting picture to see the two right in the same plane, and the Mini actually is a little bit chunkier, a little bit bigger. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, appreciate you guys popping in. Yeah, I'm trying to find things in these videos that other people are not parroting. I don't know if anything that I've said is something that has been said again. I try to stay away to learn, learn on my own from what I see, and it keeps me. I think it keeps me more alert. Looking for my own, my own perspective, because I've flown all of these things. I've flown every one. And I'd say the missing antenna is the biggest mystery at this point. So Air Sky Fly, hey, thank you. Yeah, and let's put some videos out there. Let's get this thing released, and let's get thousands of videos. I'm excited to see somebody else's perspective, once we all get our hands on these things. So, all righty. I am going to roll the tunes right now, and I'm out of here. So have a great day. Enjoy. It's exciting always when there's a new drone release.